Hi everybody, my name is Stephanie Thiessen and I'm your GelMoment independent distributor. Today I'm going to show you how to achieve this really cool abstract nail art. It's a really kind of trendy thing right now with a little bit of chrome and a little bit of just kind of abstract art. So I'm going to show you guys how to do this. So I have applied a base of Tutti Cutie to this finger here. So I just used just one coat is all I used on this finger just to kind of add that just a tad of like a pinky hue. So I've used Tutti Cutie. You could also use Champagne Toast if you wanted to as well. Tutti Cutie is a bit more pink. So I find that you get that pinkier look with just one coat with Tutti Cutie. So I've got that on there ready to go. And I'm going to take one of my brushes out of the Creativity set to do this. Now you could do this with anything really, a toothpick or a cuticle pusher, but the brush gives it that kind of unique brush stroke kind of look. So that's what I'm using today is one of our brushes from the Creativity set. So I'm going to take my finger and I'm going to take my brush and I'm going to start with Lily of the Nile. Really, really nice, nice kind of periwinkle purpley blue. And there's no wrong way to do this kind of nail art. So just kind of pick which colors you want to do. For this one, I was using Lily of the Nile and I Pink You, but just you can do whatever you want. So I'm going to take Lily of the Nile and I'm just going to start, say here, just add a brush stroke here. And then let's say for here, do a little dab. Just gonna get a little bit more polish. And you can just kind of drag the brush to give it that kind of brush strokey look. And if you don't like it, you can always wipe it off, change it up, and go from there. So I think that's good. We're just kind of got the two lines there. And I think what I'll do is I'll just put a little dab at the top here, kind of like just a little dab with the brush. So now I'm going to take my cleanser pad, open it up, and I'm just going to clean off my cleanser pad. I'm going to clean off my brush with my cleanser pad. So I'm going to take my nail that I have done my brush strokes on and I'm just going to pop it under the lamp and I'm going to flash cure it. So flash cure is about 10 seconds to cure it, just slightly, so that if I have to wipe it off because I've messed up on the second part, then it's not going to take the first part of my nail art off. So there we go, about 10 seconds. And so that is set there. It's not fully cured and we will give it a full cure after we're finished with I Pink You. So now I'm going to take my I Pink You on my clean brush and just get a little bit on there, and I'm going to, let's say, do stripe there, and we'll do a stripe there. So you can see how that kind of made it look a little bit more like a paintbrush kind of filled that in. And then I'll do a bit of a stroke down here. So I think that looks good. I kind of like how that looks there. And so now I'm going to give this a full cure. So I'm going to do the 45-second cure on the professional lamp, and I'm going to clean off my brush. So I'm now done with my Creativity set brush. I'm just going to put it to the side. And so once this is fully cured, I'm going to take my Clearly Frisky and I'm going to put a coat over top to just seal in those colors. If I were to use my chrome right away without applying Clearly Frisky over top, then I'm going to end up seeing those bumps from the brush strokes that I was doing with the Lily of the Nile and I Pink You. So we need to have a smooth base for the chrome to adhere to. So we have our I Pink You and Lily of the Nile, and we'll take our Clearly Frisky and we're going to do a thin coat over the whole nail. Just make sure that we get all of it. Cover the whole nail, and then make sure that you are also capping the nail with this coat as well. So just run the brush over the tip of the nail there. just do another quick swipe just to make sure it's nice and even. Put the brush back and close it up. And we will pop that in for a full cure. So now as soon as this is done curing, I'm going to take my chrome powder and I'm going to apply it right away. So when I was doing this hand, I did one nail at a time because then I had my time to go back and play with the chrome, kind of get it to be exactly how I wanted it. So make sure that you're just doing one nail at a time. Even you could do two nails, but you need to make sure that the Clearly Frisky is fresh out of the lamp when you are applying the chrome. If it's not fresh out of the lamp, you'll find that it's not going to stick to the polish. So making sure that the your nail has been fully cured, and then you apply the chrome right away. So I'm going to take my chrome, just take a tiny little bit, and let's say we'll put some right here. Just rub a little spot in there and do a spot down here. And let's do a little spot at the top there. Take a little bit more. Just do it in there. So there we go. We've got a couple of spots of the chrome. And so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my alcohol swab and I'm not going to rub it. I'm going to just wipe it. So this takes off the little bits of the chrome that were kind of left in, like that had just fallen off of the applicator. So by doing that, you just take off a tiny bit of it. It still is there. You can still see the chrome and how it looks nice and shiny, but it doesn't take off all of it. It just cleans that off so that you don't have any loose kind of glitter. You can see on my nails here on these two, I didn't wipe it before I put the Clearly Frisky on, and you can see how the chrome kind of sparkles went everywhere. But with these other two, I wiped it, and you were able to see here how it's not as sparkly and shimmery as this one. So that's why we wipe it, so that we make sure that we aren't spreading it all around. And then we're going to take our cuticle pusher and we're just going to basically clean up around the edges, and we're just going to scrape at it a little bit to give it that kind of abstract look, less of like a dot or like a spot that you've put on there. Just clean it up a little bit in those areas. And you can always just wipe it off if there's a little bit of extra on there. So this just kind of gives it that abstract look. So I think that's good. Just gonna clean up in the cuticle line there. And what's fun is that there's no perfect way to do this. Everybody's manicure will look different. It's not going to be the same, and that's always fun. Being able to be creative and not have to worry about getting it perfect and looking exactly the same as somebody else's. I'm just cleaning off any of that chrome that is on my finger, just to kind of clean off that dust. That dust will get everywhere. And then I'm going to take my Clearly Frisky and I am going to apply it over the nail. And we're just going to make sure that we're sealing in that chrome everywhere so that it is nice and sealed in there. If you don't apply the Clearly Frisky over top of the chrome will just wipe off or scratch off like we were able to do before when we were cleaning it up a little bit. And then we're just going to cap the nail again. And one more time. Make sure there isn't any ridges from capping. We'll close that up. And then you are ready to cure. So we'll do a full cure on that, and then after the 45 seconds, that'll be all nice and cured and you're completely done. And you can go wash your hands and you can get rid of the rest of the chrome that may have gone onto your fingers. The chrome likes to go everywhere, so it's really nice and easy just to wash off after you're all done. But just making sure that you have cleaned off around your nail so that you don't get any polish stuck, any chrome stuck in the polish where you don't want it. So it's just easy to clean up with your cuticle pusher or an alcohol swab, and it's a really easy, simple design to do. So we're almost done here. There we go. And you can see how simple that was. It's really, really easy to do. Fun design, really trendy right now, and something that's really cool. And it's so simple. Like this manicure on this hand took me no time at all. It took me no more time than doing just a regular polish on my hand, just a solid manicure. It was really, really simple. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, please feel free to let me know, and I'd be happy to answer them for you. Thanks so much for watching.